Hey y'all, it's me again, Delightful Soul.
Fallon Guardia is breaking her silence, y'all, on her ex-husband to be Simon, y'all. Now it's being reported, y'all, that the star is breaking her silence on her estranged husband, Simon Guardia.
Star?
She's a star.
Of what?
She was on Real Housewives, Brad.
Star? Okay.
She wasn't even one of the main people, was she?
Child, she ain't even had no... Go ahead, Gary. Go ahead.
Well, anyway, honey, she's breaking her silence, honey, on her estranged husband, Simon Guardia, y'all, and his engagement to Real Housewives of Atlanta co-star Porsha. Now they're saying, y'all, in a preview of the interview, now she did an interview with a YouTuber by the name of Adam Newell, and she said that, quote, Simon doesn't get caught unless Simon wants to be caught. She also went on to say that I meant what I said when I took my vows, honey. She said Simon responded on Instagram, y'all, saying, this is what he said, the face of cheating wife. Let's start with why I filed for divorce. He said, let's start with who she cheated with and currently pregnant for and living in a home I paid for post-divorce.
Oh,
and
wow.
His Instagram handle is, honey, is Jalen Banks. Oh, he told the guy Instagram handle. It's Jalen Banks. And this is how your generosity gets twisted. He said, now let's get started here. And Fallon responded, y'all, with a post about narcissism. How you say the word? Narcissism. Saying, at the same time, honey, this is what she said, at the same time, people with narcissistic personality disorder have trouble handling anything they perceive as criticism, and they can become impatient or angry when they stop receiving special treatment. She said have significant interspinal problems and easily feel slighted, react with rage or contempt, and try to belittle the other person to make themselves appear superior, y'all. Now, she said all that, but honey, this is some mess. And now, Jalen, so Brad, seems like you know who Jalen is?
I don't know who them people.
Jalen Banks.
Word is on the street, she cheated and got caught cheating, and then everything else hit the fan.
Oh.
Yeah, so how about that, Gary?
So it's two sides to every story. Everybody trying to condemn Porsha and all this other stuff, but it's the two sides to every story. And Mr. Simon is not keeping quiet about it. He gonna defend himself too.
Fallon don't look like the type of person that would cheat, honey.
Baby, it's her side, his side, and then it's the truth. So somebody gonna sound good for their side, the other person gonna tell their story, and then you gonna have the truth. But if she cheated on him first, or whatever the case may be, it really ain't none of our business. But that seemed to be what happened. Okay, so fall back on all this. She ain't no star. Let me just say that for one. Okay, we know her from Housewives. We saw her 2 times, maybe 3. She was running or something with a Medusa hair or something, and she showed her swimming pool, and they was in her pool. That's it. That's all you know about her. What else have you seen her on? What else have you seen her on?
Oh, boy, I love it.
Like, come on, man, don't do this.
She looks good.
Well, that's good. I don't even know the dude she interviewing with. Who is he? Like, come on, don't do this. Don't do this. She gonna get her 15 minutes because this is what it is. She got to.
And after this, nothing else.
After this, when we gonna see her again? What did she do before that? Come on, man. What did you an influencer? Everybody an influencer. Come on now.
What the hell Brad had?
I'm tired of this.
Everyone, how are you? You're good. Boom, boom. Yes. My sister. Oh my God. Your mom is beautiful, guys. How nice. We're so excited. All right. This is my husband, Simon, everyone. How are you? You're good. Boom, boom. Yes. Nice to meet you. Thanks for having us. Yes.
Thank you for coming.
And I see you laid it out for us.
This is gorgeous.
Yeah, solid.
That makes me want to get married all over again.
I mean, it's gorgeous. Yes, we may just have to renew our vows, ring upgrade. You know, love it. Usual. Love it.
Well,
Oh, yeah. I'm the queen.
you can whatever you want.
Just okay. Absolutely. You know, it's been heavy weighing on me, just all of the stress.
Okay, raise your hand if you think something positive was going to come out of this.
From the moment in March back in 2021 that Porsha announced her engagement to Simon Guobadia, it had increased some concerns as to how she can be engaged to this man so fast, seeming that everyone has met his wife on TV, in which she was the one who introduced him. And it's like, bam, she comes out with this long explanation as to how she and Simon got together. Well, it was said that Porsha DM'd Simon when she found out, or when he announced his divorce from Fallon. And mind you, this happened right after the reunion of Atlanta Housewives. And part of the letter that, or the announcement that Porsha wrote on her Instagram, and that was on May 10th, 2021. That was over Mother's Day weekend. She said about her and Simon that our relationship began a month ago. Yes, we are crazy in love. I know it's fast, but we are living life each day to its fullest. I choose happiness everything morning and every night. She began, turning out all negative energy, only focus on positive wishes. He makes me so happy, and to me, that is what matters most. And she goes on to say that for all of you that need facts, I get the optics, but Simon filed for divorce from a previous marriage in January. I had nothing to do with their divorce filing. That's between the two of them. Phelan and I are not friends, and Simon's divorce has been settled. Our relationship is a positive, loving step forward in everybody's life. Now, much of that is just a lie. We have had her say some conflicting things and dates out of her own mouth. Even in reference to the timing that she DM'd Simon after he announced, or during the time that he announced that he was getting a divorce. And with all of that going on, I can understand why some people do not care for Porsha. It's just a matter of fact as to how it's seen, and she's open with it. I'm certain that a lot of people, especially women, have been through this situation, and it brings back things that is hurting and very disappointing. Even some of Porsha's fans are disappointed in the way, the manner in which she went on to do this. Now, in an excuse to saying that you can't help who you love, but at the same time, this was, and a lot of people think that this is a very, very, very inappropriate move at this time. She should have moved in silence, or either waited until this man was fully and clearly divorced. So at the time she put this statement out, that wasn't the fact. So during this time, I see photos of Simon Guobadia, Porsha Williams, and of course Dennis McKinley. Now, I don't know whether this was in the mix or in the plans, but there is evidence that Porsha has forced a storyline. So, with that in mind, that come to me to think that all of this is just pretend. I think that Simon, Porsha, and Dennis' intentions were to run game on Bravo, to drain them as much as they possibly can, to live comfortably. What it does for Simon is to build his brand even further. I understand he owns several venues, restaurants, and it's rumored allegedly he worked in OR. The same for Dennis in this case. However, Dennis wanted to keep a little connection with Porsha. Even, like I said, this happened at the end of the Real Housewives of Atlanta season, and he has been exposed what he was cheating on her during her pregnancy and everything. So I will assume that he wanted to keep that close connection and thought maybe Simon and Porsha will make a connection that was innocent, whereas they can make money, build their brand, and get out of the situation. Hence, Porsha writing a book of all things. Now, I'm not saying that she can't write. I'm not saying that she can't hire a ghostwriter and everything, but Porsha does come off sometimes as if her elevator does not reach the top floor. So, Word on the Street is just like this show, this foolery show that just ended. That book, no one is interested in it. Well, my thing is, I hope that everything works out well for the three of them, because I believe that Porsha has the most to lose. For the simple fact is that, one, her child will have to see this one day. Two, she quit all of her jobs. She quit Atlanta Real Housewives of Atlanta, to get her own franchise of this foolery. Is not sure whether they are going to ask her to do a second season. For her sake, I hope not, because this did not shine her light bright, and that's just it. But looking at and exposing her family, I'm certain that there are other people in her family, on her mother and father's side, that is more talented and productive. Because what we have seen was a display of just dysfunctioning because. Okay, well, let's talk about Lundy, her cousin, the assistant, and even her cousin Storm. We can talk about Dawn, the former assistant, who talked so much. Lauren, Porsha's sister. All of them at some point in time has worked for Porsha. Or either, if not Porsha, has worked for Dennis. And there is only so much you can do to try to help people and put them on. And there is going to be conflict back and forth. So hopefully after this show, her family, especially her cousins or young cousins, can find their way in what area they want to go into. Allegedly, and I believe that Dennis has tried to make an inappropriate interaction with Storm, and that she knows it, and that's why he tried to silence her at every stage. But she's smart enough not to know to talk out to hurt her cousin or embarrass anyone. Such as Dom is her former assistant, who talks just entirely too much. Now with the thing being that he is closer to Porsha than he is Dennis, and the big thing that Dennis had is him telling Porsha about a young lady he used to interact with, works for him. Now, at the same time, Porsha probably would have found out. He was a good, closer assistant to her, and I guess he wanted to get closer or in her likings much better, since he works for her, and he told her. And everybody thinks that Dom is the scum of the earth for that, but if you look at it, if Dennis did not want him to mention anything, he should not have cheated, or he should have mentioned it to Porsha, the situation in which she was hired. Porsha's sister, I was almost like, girl, please, I did not want to hear all of that from you. Although she was bringing some light to Porsha's behavior, personality, or attitude about how she's going to move forward with this blended family. Now, speaking of blended family, I think that the only people who should have been involved at this time should have been Dennis, Simon, Gina, and Diane, Porsha's mother, because those are the integral players who will be helping raise up PJ. So the rest of the people were just bringing added mess and drama for Bravo. Now, when I talk about this storyline being fake or either this is not real and everything, I just don't understand the dynamics. Whereas the father of your child will agree to go along on the trip to Mexico with your family and bring his mother along with some people who are not necessarily who would make an impact on your child's life or not. It just seemed like it was a scam. They were building their scam on Bravo. And Porsha and Simon's relationship is getting into the deep end, so much so that now Dennis is about to be concerned, or either he was concerned thinking that she will come back to him after the drama that went on in Real Housewives of Atlanta. I feel like Gina, Dennis' mom, every time there was a try to halfway decent conversation and nobody ever noticed this, that she was always trying to come across snide and short tempered, and you did this, you did that, well I did this and you did that, and it's like you talking to a child. It's just that she, to me, in my opinion, she was not trying to give them a chance. She should have just stepped back and stayed out of it. She should understand that her son was not right in what he has done. Now, Porsha, she may have her flaws as well, and definitely does have flaws we're going to talk into details about later on. But at the same time, he is not perfect, and to condone him in his attitude instead of trying to build a relationship with the mother of her grandchild, she rather push her away with all of the sniders. No one would want to come around you like that, and I definitely wouldn't want my child to stay around you when you clearly do not like me. So is that your excuse for you not to be in that child's life the way you're supposed to as a grandmother? Well, let me just say this. All of these people who are showing up on this picture here has some way and somehow would benefit from being or associating with Porsha. I would presume that Porsha is taking care of a lot of people in her family. And for her aunt to make this statement.
I wanted you to meet the real Hosea Williams family. I put it that way. There are two sides to this family. Two different personalities, two different ways of facing reality. Hosea Williams has 7 other children that really come from Hosea Williams. But over here is the Diane side of the family.
You think you're throwing shade at Porsha, but let's just be real about it. Outside of Atlanta, I would even give you Florida, Alabama, maybe South Carolina. And this is, with all due respect, not too many people know of the works of Hosea Williams. So even without Porsha even being on the show, it had brought a light to the work and that he stood for. You think that to shade her, this little girl who probably just didn't have, her father in her life because of his activism or however it worked, I don't even know. And it sounds like her father, I'm just speculating, her father was very active in her life, but I'm just saying that she is the one that you did not expect to have that personality that would help your family out. So for you to say something like that, shame on you. And if you want to talk specifically about Hosea Williams' family and his name, what he has done is based on his merits, not you living off of his legacy. You should set your own standards and your legacy for what you want to do. But that just goes back to say that I think that many who would say that or take on that attitude is just jealous of the fact that she brought a light on to that family. She is pretty much taking care of everyone. All in that group, Blondie, Storm, probably Diane, I'm not sure, Don, all of them rely on her being in her position in order to make an income. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, yes, they can do something else. Yes, they can go somewhere. But look at these personalities that they have. They don't have that it factor that Porsha has. Love her or not, she's one of those characters or that cast that you would love to hate. You're interested in what she's doing at all times, and regardless of whether you approve of what she's doing or not, you're going to tune in to see whether she succeeds or fails. Isn't it interesting, Dennis? Everybody is singing his praise. Okay, he did make the season interesting, but his moves were totally girl-like. Okay, one, he's trying to bring a divide in Porsha's family by going back and telling Lundy what she did, or of course getting her fired. But he has a problem with the fact that Don told Porsha that he's cheating. Okay, make it make sense. Okay, so and the next thing is that they are feeling, and when I say they, that's her sister, that's her cousins, they're feeling comfortable talking about Porsha, building an ally. And the people who are against Porsha in this situation was Miss Gina, who really didn't care for her, and Dennis, who has a problem with the fact that she is engaged and getting married. And what they're doing is building an ally with Aunt Liz, okay, cousin Lundy, okay, sister Lauren, okay, and Storm has some information about all of them, something that all of them probably have said at one point in time, and that's why they don't like her. So you have to pick up on the signals and the signs as to how a person act and treat another person around you. So don't get me wrong, I am not a big Porsha fan. I do not like the way that she went by doing this and getting into this new relationship when this man is fully married. I think that there's a better way that they could have handled it. If they were truly in love, they would have probably handled it differently. And this is why it gives me suspect that this is a business situation that is about to go wrong. Yes, Porsha quit all of her jobs because she's tired of taking care of everybody and she wants to be taken care of. So she was like, forget it. I'm going to give y'all this avenue to be exposed. So go ahead, get all your exposure that you need so that you can keep it moving. And if this is the path that you want to go on TV or being in the public eye. But like I said again, I'm no fan of Porsha and the way that she moved this program here, in my opinion. It tainted her reputation a bit. Can she recover? Probably can. I think that when her and Simon get married and no one hears from her again, everything will just be fine. Hopefully she'll find an avenue to start her own business or doing something constructive, or either continue to work with her civil rights movement with Black Lives Matter. So y'all tell me what you think, okay? A lot of people are just, of course, disappointed with Porsha as well. A lot of people think that this program did some beneficial things for Simon and pretty much not Simon, but Dennis. Did a lot for Dennis and his reputation and everything like that. A lot of people are encouraging him to go through the judge or the courts in order to get rights to his daughter. But you know what? That's all crazy. And just like Porsha said that he was doing this baby daddy routine, she just said that they moved in a house together. They closed on a house together, and he gets all in his feelings. He's talking about school. This child is not even school age. She's not school age yet. He's bringing out, making a big deal out of a lot of things, and you can tell that he got in his feelings when she doesn't have to give him her address. Where he will find out where she lives. He will find out where she lives, and everybody is up in arms with all this go to court and everything like that. And those of you who deal with the court system know that this may not work out in his favor. So if he has the arrangement that he has with Porsha, if I was him, I would just keep that arrangement unless she is just defiant about him seeing his daughter. She has not did or either had any indication online during and in between those times that she has not let him see his daughter. And in fact, he stayed in the hospital with them for 2 days with his daughter while she was ill. Okay, so all of this putting the courts in their relationship, that is not a good move, and I hope he does not take that advice and just get over himself. Okay, if he really loved her, Porsha, like he says he does, he should have married her. Okay, let's just be real. There's some old school things that are still popular nowadays. You get someone pregnant, why not get married? Why not build that family? Why not be in that household with your daughter? So all this other stuff around it, all this sister wife baby drama stuff that they're going on, the mother needs to build a relationship with, like I said, with Porsha, so that she would have an impact on her upbringing and everything. This child, I just pray that she turns out okay. She seems like a happy child. And no, I do not want Porsha to come back for another season with this foolery, unless it's just something just strictly activism or activist or something. But I just don't see them putting her in that role. So I don't know what she's going to do. She pretty much quit all of her avenues. I don't think that she will probably want to go back. But if she I'm sure that is also an option for her as well. Well, y'all let me know what you think about this whole tomfoolery. If I got it wrong, let me know. If I got it right, just just voice your opinion by leaving a comment below. And if you care, share. But I would like for you to please subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching.